Dear students, continuing with our lecture series on reduction reactions, today we will discuss a named reaction called as Clemmensen reduction. Clemmensen reduction basically is conversion of a carbonyl functional group present in aldehydes or ketones to the corresponding methylene compounds. And the catalyst which is used for conversion of these aldehydes and ketones to methylene compounds is zinc amalgam and HCl. So they combination of these two is used as a reducing agent for this type of reduction reactions. And the conditions involved in Clemmensen reduction, they are rather vigorous, and these cannot be used for reduction of poorly functional molecules such as 1,3 or 1,4 diketones or other types of sensitive compounds which are having additional function groups in addition to the carbonyl group. But this is very effective for simple aldehydes and ketones which are stable to acidic conditions. There are two mechanisms which have been proposed for this type of reduction, that is Clemmensen reduction. Either zinc carbonide mechanism can be involved, or a radical anion mechanism can be involved. So in case of zinc carbonide mechanism, what happens is when this ketone is reacted with zinc amalgam HCl, then there is a transfer of one electron from the meta-amalgam to the carbonyl system. So when one electron is attached to this oxygen, that means this will create a negative charge on this oxygen, and ZnCl positive will get attached to this oxygen negative, and this type of radical anion intermediate that will be formed. And in case of zinc carbonide mechanism, this radical anion will be converted into this type of intermediate, wherein one molecule of zinc metal will again give one more electron over here to this carbon, and we will get this type of intermediate with zinc plus ion. And then with the removal of this O, Z and Cl, we will get this type of intermediate which is called as zinc carbonide. And this zinc carbonide on hydrolysis in under acidic conditions, because you know HCl is present in the reaction medium, this will be converted into a methylene compound. So this is how, through the formation of this type of zinc carbonide, the ketones they can be converted into methylene compounds. Similarly, the radical anion mechanism also will convert ketones into methylene compounds, and like in the first mechanism, first we will get a radical anion of this type, and then in the next step, this radical anion will take up one more electron and take up H positive ions from HCl, and we will get this type of intermediate. And this intermediate will further take one more proton from HCl, and we will get this type of intermediate where the H positive in the second step will get attached to this oxygen, and therefore this oxygen will create a positive charge at this place, and then the Cl negative as a nucleophile will attack this carbon, and there will be a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction at this place. So chloride ion will be substituted by this group, and this is a SN2 types or bimolecular nucleophilic substitution step. and attack will take place from the back side of the molecule, that is from the side of hydrogen, which is least standard side, and we will get this type of alpha chloro methylene compounds as the intermediates. And then these alpha chloro methylene intermediates, they will take up one electron from here, so Cl negative will be removed and we will get this type of intermediate, and then this will take up one electron and H positive ions to get converted into the methylene compound. So this is how the carbonyl compounds, they can be converted into methylene compounds by either of these two mechanisms. Then one more thing about these types of reductive eliminations is that stereoselectivity plays an important role in case of cyclic ketones, where alpha carbon is a substituted carbon, and in such type of molecules, for example, if alpha position of from the carbonyl is substituted by, say, acetate group, then the conformation where the molecule will react more readily towards the Clemmensen reduction conditions is where the uh, substituent, uh, that is alpha substituent, is in axial position, and because of that this conformational isomer of cyclohexanone alpha acetate will be reduced more readily in comparison to this conformation where this acetate group is equatorial in nature. So this is because the group which is being displaced is this one, the carbonyl group, is orthogonal to the plane of the carbonyl group, then eased by the continuous overlap of the p orbital at alpha carbon atom with the carbonyl pi system. So in case of these types of compounds, this group is eliminated and the product formed is not the methylene compound but the cyclohexanes, they are formed as the product. Then some modifications in Clemmensen conditions have also been reported, where the product formed is same, that carbonyl compounds, they are converted into methylene compound, but some variations in use of the reducing agent from zinc amalgam to, say, zinc dust and HCl has been used in diethyl ether. So under these conditions also the Clemmensen reduction can take place. Then as I have told you in the previous example, previous slide, that alpha substituted ketones like alpha halo, alpha hydroxy and alpha acyloxy ketones, they are converted into uh, unsubstituted ketones in presence of zinc and acetic acid or any other dilute mineral acid. So here what happens is zinc dust attacks the oxygen of the carbonyl, and this pair of electrons is shifted to this place to create a carbon-carbon double bond, and this acetate is removed in the first step, and this acetate ion will get attached to the zinc, because this will create, when zinc will attack to the oxygen, this will create positive charge at the zinc, and this acetate ion will get attached to zinc. So zinc acetate over here is formed, and this type of intermediate is formed, and this on hydrolysis with in presence of H ions, which may be in presence in terms of acetic acid or dilute mineral acid, will be converted into cyclohexanone as the product. Then there are few important applications of Clemmensen reduction. The transannular hydrate of pentacyclododecane 912 dione, this one. So this is formed from pentacyclododecane 912 dione. When that dione is reacted with water, then that dione will undergo addition of water at both the carbonyls, and this type of hydrate will be formed. And this hydrate on Clemmensen reduction in presence of zinc amalgam HCl using methanol as the solvent, when refluxed for 1 hour, can be converted into these two products. So our interest is mainly this one, which is the major product, that pentacyclo 2 dodecanol is formed as the product. So basically 912 dione through hydration first is converted into this, and this then undergo reduction to give us this type of dodecanol as the product. But in addition, small amount, that is 18% of the dodecanol formed, is having one of the carbonyl intact, as present in the starting material. Then another application is the reaction of substituted octahydroquinoline 6 ones. So you can see these are the quinolone 6 one substituted octahydroquinoline. So you can see the reaction is very selective in nature, that even the carbonyl of the amide is not affected in this case. So we can say that here the Clemmensen reduction is a selective Clemmensen reduction, where only carbonyl group will be reduced, not the carbonyl group of the amide will be reduced, and the product formed is 57%. Then in case of diosgenanon, you can see that here the opening of this cyclopentane ring containing oxygen, so tetrahydrofuran ring, will be reduced, and diols of this type will be formed. So isotopomers of 25 or 26 hydroxycholesterol, they can be synthesized from diosgenin using zinc dust HCl and refluxing it for 15 minutes, and in presence of ethanol as the solvent. So overall, the process is a breaking of this bond over this place and this bond over this place, and we will get these types of hydroxycholesterols as the product. So these are the references which have been used for preparing this lecture, and then NPTEL lectures and videos have been used, and then book by G. Jack Lee, named reactions, have also been used. Thank you very much.